Read the question carefully. We are asked to determine consumer surplus and the producer surplus, whose formulas are given here. Consumer surplus is given by this and producer surplus is given by this. Where D is demand function, it's given somewhere. If we read this closely, X of their Titan tires per week related to the unit price by relation. This is the demand, so demand function. D in terms of X, where P is measured in dollars and X is measured in units of 1,000. Okay, so we need to multiply by 1,000 at the end. And the available, this is the supply function. Now we need to determine this when the market unit price is set at the equilibrium price. Okay, so we need to determine the equilibrium price here first. To determine the equilibrium price, we will set the demand equals supply. So demand 144 minus X square equals 48 plus 0.5 X square. Sometimes the equilibrium price is given. Okay, in that case we don't have to do this work, but here we need to determine this. We need to solve for X, negative X square, add X square both sides. Okay, subtract 48 from both sides. 144 minus 48, that gives 96 equals, add 1 X square both sides, 1 and 0.5, 1.5 X square. Divide by 1.5, this. Take square root, X equals plus minus 8, but X is number of items, so it's always positive 8. Okay, so we got the equilibrium quantity. Now to find the price, we can plug in anywhere, in the demand function or in the supply function. Let's plug in here. So P is 144 minus X square means 80 square, 64, 144 minus 64 is just 80. So the equilibrium point, that means we found both quantity and price. That is, X is 8, in fact that's X bar, just for the notation. P bar equilibrium, that's 80, 8 and 80. Okay, now let's use the given formulas to determine consumer surplus and producer surplus. Let's first find consumer surplus. That is, look at this formula, I'm applying this 0 through X bar, which is 8, dx, that's the demand function, 144 minus X square, and we want to integrate with respect to X, minus P bar X bar, 8 times 80. Let's integrate 144, just the constant means constant X, minus X square, antiderivative of X square is X 3 over 3. Now we need to evaluate this from 0 through 8, minus multiply 8 times 80, that's 640. Upper limit, lower limit is 0, so 0, 144 times 0 is 0, 0 cube 0, so no contribution from the bottom. Upper limit, use your calculator, 144 times 8 minus 8 cube over 3. When you use your calculator, you get 981.333. So I'm going to write bar, means it's always 333, minus, we got 640 there, subtract 341.3333 forever. I mean, this would have been the final answer, but X is measured in thousands, so we need to multiply by 1000. that gives 341,333.33. And when we write down the final answer, let's put in terms of 2 decimal places, 341,333.33 cents. Okay, that is consumer surplus. Next, we need to determine producer surplus using this formula. It's about the same, just have to use different functions. So PS is, that's P bar X bar, okay, that is outside minus 0 to X bar supply function, that which is P X bar. P is 8, sorry, P bar is 80 times 8 or 8 times 80, doesn't matter, outside minus 0 through 8. Supply function is given here, 48 plus 0.5 x squared, and we want to integrate with respect to x. Okay, let's do it. 640 minus integrate 48, that's 48x. So negative means must put bracket parenthesis because we need to distribute negative, or we work inside then subtract. 48x plus 0.5 times x squared. Antiderivative of x squared is x3 over 3 from the power rule, and we go from 0 through 8. 640 minus 0, 0, so like previous part, no contribution from the bottom, plug in 8. So 48 times 8 plus 0.5 times 8 cube over 3. Use your calculator and it comes out to be 469.333. Okay, now we subtract this from 640 and that gives us 170.666. okay, 6 forever. But to write down the final answer, since our items are given in thousands, we need to multiply by 1000, so that gives 170.666 forever. And let's round this, 170,666 point forever 6 means 67. So we want to round to 2 decimal places as this is money. Okay, final.